It has been a hot fucking minute since I filmed anything. Work has been busy. We're just gonna leave it at busy so that I don't get in trouble. We're just gonna leave it at busy. I have not been able to come back to my clinic and my office until today. It's been about a week and a half. But I'm back today. I only get to stay here 2 days this week. Filming at home has been pretty much non-existent right now. I am excited though because I ordered a microphone and I'm going to test it out with you guys hopefully today. So during this vlog you will hopefully randomly hear a decided improvement on the audio. Okay guys, I actually have a microphone now. Isn't it cute? It's adorable. So we're gonna see how this goes, if it enhances the quality or if it doesn't really do anything for the quality of the audio. Hopefully it enhances it since I did spend money on this. So here we are. I am now one of those people who holds a tiny microphone up to their face. Okay, sorry, there's a lot going on at work. So, I am going to update you guys later on what all is going on in my life. I just wanted to show you the new microphone real quick because it's kind of awesome. And it allows me to talk quieter, more quietly, so that you guys can still hear me when I have to be quiet because I'm in the office and there's other people here in this space. So yeah, but I am glad to be back in my office. I did participate in Summerween, although to be honest with you, I don't think I filmed any of it. I filmed a clip of the book that I read for Summerween. Yes, I only read one book. I had originally thought that this one book covered all of the categories, but unfortunately, it actually did not take place in summer, so I messed up. But you know what? I was proud of myself for even trying to participate this year because this is the first year I have actually tried to participate. So there's that. I read A Black and Endless Sky by Matthew Lyons, and I both loved and hated it, but I will talk to you guys more about that later. It was a wild ride, to say the least. I think I gave A Black and Endless Sky 3 stars because it's one of those books that, like, I love certain parts of it so much. Like, there were parts of the book that were an easy 5-star, and there were parts of the book that were a 1-star because I hated it so much. So I had to settle on a 3-star. Anyway, we'll talk more about that at another time. As of right now, I am reading The House of 100 Whispers by Graham Masterton. I believe I have 2 books in my collection so far by Graham Masterton. I am about 49, 50 pages in, and so far I'm not really enjoying it that much. The writing is very much geared towards people who are British, English, what have you, and the dialect, not the dialect, but like the tone of the story, some of the sayings are not familiar to me as an American, which is fine. Like, that is not an issue, and I enjoy it, learning new things. But I will admit some of it kind of goes because it's like, what are we talking about? What are we referencing? I don't know. So there's that. But the characters themselves are not super great right now. But again, it's only the first 50 pages. Sometimes it takes a long time to get through or to get like really going in a story. This book is not super long. So I'm hoping to get through it in the next couple of days. This is a choice, a book choice that I did out of my TBR cup, and I filmed a little clip of when I picked out the topic or the category for this TPR cup thing that I'm doing, but I don't think I actually showed y'all the cup. So I will try to do that at some point throughout this vlog. I need to probably utilize it to pick another one for this month because I am very behind. I am reading this book. I am annotating another book that I think I may have already shown you guys, but if not, I'll show you in a little bit. And then I feel like there's another book somewhere in the mix. I still have not finished Dark Prince by Christine Feehan. I DNF'd Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. And I still have not finished the Daughters of the Moon series that I've been working on for a while. So there's a lot of things still going on that I'm just not in the mood for. On another note, I'm really wanting to go see the movie Longlegs that just came out. I am so sorry, I'm sniffling. I just can't. Everybody keeps saying it's super scary and it's very psychological, which I love psychological horror. So I'm really wanting to try and go see that this weekend. But I work on call this weekend. Plus we have both of the kiddos to try to figure out babysitting situations with. So I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, but you never know. If it does, I will give you guys my thoughts on it. But for now, I got to hop into work and I will catch up with you guys later. Okay, so I have not had time to do much of anything today. Today has been busy. Okay, busy. However, I did have a couple of moments here and there sprinkled throughout the day after the many shit shows where I took about 5 or 10 minutes to read. Did not get very far, but I have been reading The House of 100 Whispers by Graham Masterton. I think I showed you that earlier today. I am now 125 pages in. What the fuck's my hair doing? We don't know. I'm still struggling with this book, you guys. I am still struggling with this book. I'm having a hard time giving a fuck that Timmy is missing. Like, who is Timmy? Why do we care? He was in the book for like 0.5 seconds before he disappeared. Spoiler alert. Actually, that's not even a spoiler because it says on the back that he goes missing. What am I talking about? Anyway, there's all sorts of mystery surrounding this house, their father's death. Where is Timmy? And I'm just having a hard time here, guys. I'm having a hard time giving a shit about any of these characters. I'm having a hard time wanting to continue. Now, this book is not long. It's like maybe, 300 pages? Maybe a little over that. So part of me wants to push myself to keep trekking. You know what I mean? Keep trekking. So I'm going to try to give it another 100 pages. If by the time I reach 250 pages, some odd, whatever, if I'm still struggling this bad, I am probably going to DNF this book. Because it's just not my cup of tea, you know? But in other news, I am still needing to talk to you guys about A Black and Endless Sky that I read for Summerween. I'm so mad because I did not get to do any unique filming for Summerween because shit just got crazy at work and life was too hectic. But yeah, I'm in the middle of a lot of shit, right? I'm reading this one, which was a TBR Cup pick. I am annotating a demonology book, which may also eventually get DNF'd if it becomes too, preachy, because sometimes the books get a little preachy. And I don't mean just referencing Christianity. Obviously, they're going to reference Christianity. I mean, preachy. But we'll see. So far, it's kind of interesting. I'm still reading Dark Prince by Christine Feehan, but since I've read it so many times before, I don't feel obligated to finish it if I just don't go back to it. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I DNF'd Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I may eventually give it a try, but right now is just not the time. It's just not the time. I could not care less about the characters at this point. I just don't care. I really don't. But anyway, we are at the end, well, almost the end of my work day. Heading home here in a few minutes, and I'm angry about the fact that today is not Friday. I really feel like Thursdays should not exist. Thursdays should be Fridays. But anyway, let's not lose our minds about that. But that's all I have for today. Today was a shit show after yet another shit show, with a little bit of reading sprinkled in and some YouTube. That's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. But I hope y'all are having a good day. Wherever you are, whatever day it is by the time you see this. And I will check in with you guys hopefully tomorrow. Well, hello again. We're still testing out this mic to see if we like it or not. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I need to actually hold it close to my face. Can I hold it here and the audio still be good? I know it's supposed to pin to you. Hold on. All right, if we hold it like this, does it sound all rustly? Do we hate it? Do we hate it? Or is it better if I just hold it? I don't know. This is nice, though, because it frees up both of my hands. So that's kind of nice. We're going to just try it like this for a minute. I am still reading this. I have not given up on it quite yet. I am on page 124, 125, somewhere in there. Let's see how long this book is. Almost 400 pages. So not even halfway through it yet. I'm struggling. And I know I said this yesterday, you guys. I'm struggling with this book. And it's not just the fact that the dialect, the sayings, the some of the words are very like English and oriented around having knowledge of like the English countryside and landmarks and all this stuff. It's not just that, because I enjoy learning things like that and kind of immersing myself into different cultures. So that's not what's really bugging me. I think what's really bugging me about this book is that the reactions of the characters are, in my opinion, not realistic. Okay? So this isn't really a spoiler. I guess it could be considered a spoiler of like a specific scene, but there's this scene pretty early on where, I mean, obviously Timmy has gone missing, and this is the son of Rob and Vicky, and they're just one of the couples that is at this estate because their father passed away, and then Rob and his brother and his sister are all brought to the estate for inheritance reasons and whatnot, and then Timmy goes missing while they're there. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. The reactions of your child going missing, they seem a little disingenuous to me. Now they do talk about how Vicky, who is the mom, is crying all the time. I get that. But Rob seems like eerily calm about it. And maybe it's because I'm a mother now. Maybe this lack of a over-the-top emotional reaction wouldn't have bothered me prior to having my son. But now that I have a child, I cannot imagine being so docile and calm and helpless about him missing. Like what? They're not even out there with the search party. What are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about? You're not out there actively searching for your kid 24/7. Whatever. But anyway, beyond that, now there's these creepy happenings within the house, and Vicky and Rob have both experienced a physical stimulus. I don't know what I'm trying to say. A physical experience with an invisible entity. Both of them have experienced this now. They've talked about it. They've chatted about it. And there's no franticness. There's no terror. There's no like major levels of fear. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, words are escaping me today. My brain is pretty much mush. It's a Friday. Yesterday was hell on earth at work. And I'm just here. But anyway, the reactions that they're having towards things like that they just do not seem genuine, and they don't seem realistic to me. I don't know anybody who could be pushed by an invisible entity to the point where they fall down and get bruises, who would then calmly walk back upstairs and wake up their spouse gently and have them come search. Like, hell no, I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs. Everybody in that fucking house would be up and moving, and they would be immediately knowing that there was somebody either in the house or there was a ghost. Like, what? I don't know. Everybody would know. There is no getting shoved by an invisible entity and then gently walking away or quietly walking away about it. Hell no. But anyway, I'm going to keep reading whenever I have downtime, whenever I can actually take breaks. Hoping for a little bit of a calmer day today. And I'm hoping that this microphone isn't going to be a waste of money and time. So, yay. But that's all I got for you guys right now. I don't really have any major life updates. Just working, taking care of my kiddo, and reading when I can. So yeah, I will update y'all later on. So, today is Monday, July 22nd, I believe. Work was hell. I ended up leaving work early today because both of the kiddos were just either sick or raising hell. So I just left a couple of hours early so I could come give my partner a little bit of a break, or at least help out. Anyway, so, update. This past weekend, me and my mom went to see Longlegs. Oh my God. That movie. I have decided that I love the film. I have decided that I absolutely fucking loved that film. Can I give you a valid reason as to why? Not really. No. In fact, it took me quite a while of sitting with my feelings after the film before I could even make a decision on whether or not I liked it. This is not the type of film that you just like. This is a very divisive film, I feel. It is a love it or hate it. I think Nicolas Cage did phenomenal. I think, God, I can't remember the lead actress's name. What the fuck is her name? Anyway, we're just gonna gloss over that. She did amazing. There were some plot twists that I did not see coming. Overall, the film was just very uncomfy. Okay? Like, tense, ridiculously tense, and just strained. It just gave you this overall feeling of paranoia almost. Like, it's very much a psychological horror film. There's not a whole lot of action involved, but it definitely left me walking away from it. My initial reaction was like, what the fuck did we just watch? And there were moments while me and my mom were watching the film where we just looked at each other and I mouthed, the fuck? And she did the same thing, and we're just like, what are we watching right now? And you know, it kind of made me think of Barbarian. So if you've seen Barbarian, you know there's like this huge plot twist pretty soon in the film, to be honest. And there's like these like jarring cut scenes where it's just like, what the fuck, why are we over here now? There's moments like that in this film where it's just like, what what's happening? But it's a very unsettling film. Do I think it's the scariest film of the year? Probably not. To be fair, I haven't seen a lot of the horror movies that have come out this year. I've been very busy with, you know, baby and work and yeah. So I don't know if it is the scariest film of the year. Probably not. Probably not. I am by no means a horror professional, if that's what you want to call it. But it didn't scare me, if that makes sense. Like, it scared me in mental ways, which is the point, I think. But yeah, regardless, it was a very well done film. I was shocked as all get out by Nick Cage's performance. His appearance was absolutely off the rails. It was just a lot. And if you hear my son in the background, he's fighting sleep like a champ right now. But anyway, that's really the only update I have for you guys. But yeah, I only have so many hours to sleep, guys. So I'm gonna call it a night with the filming, and I'm going to read a chapter, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So I will check in with you guys on the morrow. Hello. I am back in my lovely office, finally. I think I already updated you guys about going to see Longlegs over the weekend, so I'm not going to rehash that, although that movie has been on my noggin since I saw it. Definitely. But just to give you guys a quick reading update, I am still reading A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I'm about 100 and some odd, let me see, 165 pages in. So far, it's just okay. I'm enjoying it, but it's nothing like awe-inspiring, if that makes sense. Also, there are some hardcore similarities between this Hades and Persephone retelling and the retelling in Lore Olympus, which is a manga, I guess you could say. And I love that one. It started off as a webtoon. I want to say the artist / creator's name is Rachel Smith, but I might be wrong. So if I am wrong, I will put the correct author's name out. But anyway, I am so in love with that particular retelling, and there are certain similarities in this one that are just kind of like bugging me for some reason, and I don't know which one came first. I have no idea. I don't care, but I'm just not really feeling this one as much, and I guess I'm kind of tired of Greek mythology retellings, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of about it. But I'm not even halfway through. I am starting to enjoy the tension between Hades and Persephone. And I do like both of those characters. I feel like a lot of the side characters so far are just They're just kind of The plot seems very aimless. I don't know how else to describe it. But I'm gonna finish it. Like, it is still enjoyable. It's not like a poorly written book. It's just, so far, it's not really for me, if that makes sense. So as of right now, I probably won't continue with this series, which honestly is a good thing because I am involved in way too many series, if we're just being honest. But by the end of the book, I may have completely changed my mind. So I will reserve judgment until then. But anyway, today is Tuesday, and it's been pretty busy. I've only had a short break to read today. I read some last night. I've been listening to Astonishing Legends podcast. I'm currently listening to their Crop Circles series. There's like 3 or 4 parts to it. I love that podcast so much, you guys. I love it so much. I haven't listened to all of their episodes because some of them don't really interest me that much, but I just love it so much. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to talk about, you guys. I'm just kind of here. In 2 weeks, I believe, 2 weeks at the very beginning of August, I am going on a mini vacation to Galveston, where we are taking my mother on a birthday adventure so that she can meet and hopefully pet a penguin. My mom is obsessed with penguins, like obsessed. My entire life she's been obsessed with penguins. So me and my sister got together and, went halvesies on the experience. And then my sister is going to rent a beach house for that long weekend. Me and my partner and the kiddos are only going to be down there for like a night and 2 days, and then we're going to head home. But I'm just so excited to see the ocean, and it's so ridiculous because I'm terrified of the ocean. I won't swim in the ocean. I'm not going on a boat in the ocean. I'll never go on a cruise. I'm terrified of the ocean, but I love seeing the ocean and like walking along the beach with like just my ankles in the ocean and just sitting and hearing it. Ow. I just love it so much. I don't know what's wrong with me, but there's also a very cute little witchy bookshop in Galveston that I'm going to see if I can convince my partner to stop by, possibly on our way out of town, because I would love to stop and just revisit it. I went there several years ago, a couple of years ago. I can't remember when, to be honest with you. I want to say it's literally called Witchy or something like that, but I will be vlogging during that trip, and I will try to get some decent film footage for you guys. So we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, oh, also I am still annotating the, where is it at? I'm dropping things, don't mind me. I am still in the process of annotating Demons, The Devil, Possession, and Exorcism by Anthony Finley. I think I might take a pause on reading A Touch of Darkness and do some annotating this afternoon, if I get any downtime and if I'm able to actually take a lunch, which may or may not happen. But if I'm able to take any more breaks today, I do want to read more on that book, just because I would like to start picking up the pace with my nonfiction books. Excuse the background noise. I am doing all sorts of stuff on this computer. Anyway, that is all for the update right now, you guys. I hope you all are living your best life, and I will talk to you later. Welcome back. It's Thursday. And, yesterday I had a little bit of the promised rain for this week. And I was excited. But it lasted for all of like 30 minutes and then went away. So I was a little sad. However, this morning I wake up and I drive to work. And there is just the most beautiful, like fog shrouded trees, and the road. I drive down a lot of backcountry roads to get to work, because I take a slightly longer way to get to and from work than I need to. But the main reason for that being that less traffic and prettier scenery. So I got to see a lot of fog shrouded trees this morning, so it made me feel in my fall Halloween mood that I pretty much stay in. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I pretty much stay in a Halloween mood. Summerween, Halloween, all year long. Anyway, yesterday I finished A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I don't think I'm gonna continue on with that series. I did enjoy it. It was a fun time, but I didn't love it enough to invest more money in those books, if that makes sense. I didn't love it enough to want to keep going. Plus, the first book kind of wraps up in a clean way to where I feel like you don't need to go further in the series. So, I'm going to leave it at that. I will probably end up selling that book at some point or donating it because I'm probably not going to read it again. It wasn't my favorite Hades and Persephone retelling. But it was good. Like, if you're interested in reading it, it was a fun time. Just don't have super high expectations is my only thing. It was just fun. But last night, and again, I didn't film it. I don't know what's wrong with me, you guys. I can't seem to get it together with filming when I pick a new topic out of my TBR jar. I keep saying jar. It's a cup. It's a mug. Pretty sure I haven't even shown it to you guys yet. Anyway, the newest topic is cozy horror. I thought that I had more books that fit into this category, but it turns out the past year and a half or so, I have been steady collecting things like fantasy and romance and smutty monster smut, stuff like that. I have been neglecting horror. And so now my horror section is down to, like, there's still plenty of books in my horror TBR, my physical horror TBR, but most of them are not what I would consider cozy horror. They are Anaya Alborn, Adam Neville, Nick Cutter, Stephen Graham Jones. Those are not authors that write particularly cozy horror. I do have some of Christina Henry's books. I kind of consider her cozy horror, although Near the Bone wasn't particularly cozy. But some of her books I have heard referenced as like cozy horror. I used to have a lot more Darcy Coates. I've read just about all of the Darcy Coates that I do have. I have one book by her that I was thinking about, but I'm just not really in the mood for that one. So, let me pull it out for you guys. I have had this book on my shelves forever. And I had another book about a similar topic that I did not enjoy, that I read, I want to say last year or the year before that. So I'm really hoping that this book gives me the good cozy horror vibes, and that is Slender Man by Anonymous. I did not realize that this book was by Anonymous. I think that's a little bit creepy, but I feel like that adds to the mystique. Also, look at this cover. We love that. It's not a very long read, and honestly, what is wrong with me? I bought this book based solely off the fact that it's about Slender Man, because we love Slender Man. I literally have a crocheted Slender Man doll, which I need to show you guys. Y'all may have seen it in one of my clips. But anyway, we love Slender Man. I loved the movie. Yes, it was an awful movie, but I loved it. I don't think I ever actually opened this book and looked at how it was written. It is written like found footage type. And as y'all know, if you watched my last few reading vlogs with Smithy and Webster, I adore found footage vibe horror novels. I adore them. So, with that being said, this is probably going to be a very quick read because it's not super big. It's less than 400 pages. And it's written in such a style that it's going to be easy to burn through. I'm going to honestly try to burn through this book today. We will see. If I can get through this book today, then I will officially be on track to be halfway to my goal of buying another book. I don't know if I've discussed this with you guys already. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself. But I have a goal for myself that I read 10 of my physical TBR books before I'm allowed to buy another one. That is my personal goal that I have set for myself. If I finish this one today, I will officially have read 5. So I just need to read 5 more. And I'm working on my demonology book, and then I kind of DNF'd Dark Prince by Christine Feehan, but I've read it like 3 times before, so I don't really consider it a DNF. I kind of burned out on it, and I already know how it ends, so it's just kind of like I set it aside. I don't really feel like finishing it. So I'm not going to count that one. There are some like rules that I have set in my head. For instance, I can't read one manga and have that count, because I can burn through one manga book, depending on the book, in an hour or 30 minutes, depending on how long it is. I do have certain Junji Ito books that I think I will count, just because they are so big and they are so convoluted, that they might take me a little longer. But if I finish an entire manga series, like I am trying to do with The Girl from the Other Side, then that counts as one. So, unless it's a ridiculously long series like B-Stars, I'm still in the process of getting all of the B-Stars. But they just keep coming. And I am so excited. I think season 3 is supposed to be coming out this December. I think. Don't quote me on that. But that's the last thing I heard about it, and I need it. I need Legoshi in my life. Anyway, I'm going to hop back into work. If and when I get a chance to take a break, I'm going to try my best to burn through this book. And that's it. I hope y'all are all having a wonderful, super fantastic day. Drink your coffees, read your books, and I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, it is towards the end of the day on Thursday. I wanted to give a quick reading update. I managed to finish this bitch. And I'm not entirely sure how I did that, because today was very busy. And it tried my patience to the extreme, okay? But I managed to finish this book, Slender Man, by Anonymous, apparently. I really liked this book. It is kind of laid out like a found footage horror film. I know I already mentioned this earlier. I am really, really digging that format for horror novels specifically. I think there's just something about it that just tickles my brain in the right kind of way. All right? So yeah, I have officially reached 5 books, my halfway mark on my goal to read 10 books for every 1 book purchased. So that's exciting. It's also going to make me think long and hard about which book I want to purchase, instead of just buying something randomly off the shelf because it's pretty. It's going to make me really think, which is a good thing. But yeah, as far as Slender Man goes, I really enjoyed it. I loved the main character. He's like this punk-ass teenage boy from a rich kid neighborhood, but he's like so ridiculously self-aware and snarky, because like a lot of the POV is from like his private journals and messages to people and audio recording transcripts and stuff like that. And I'm just really digging it. That kid is awesome. Just saying. There's a lot of mystery involved in the book. There's a lot of slendy time, but also like not too much, to the point where it wouldn't be creepy still. And I know I already told you this, but that was the book I chose for cozy horror, and honestly I feel like it was on point. It never got ridiculously scary. It never got disturbing or gross. It stayed right at that like creepy, eerie feeling. And I really enjoyed that. This is one of those books that you can curl up in a nice cozy chair with a blanket and a cup of like hot chocolate or coffee on a rainy afternoon and knock out in like a couple of hours. So I think it was fun. I think it was great. I think it's an awesome YA option. If you have any, younger readers who are interested in getting into horror, I think this is a great option to start with. So with that being said, I will probably hang on to this book and not resell it or give it away, because eventually my nieces, my stepdaughter, and my son are going to grow up. And God's willing, at least one of them finds an interest in reading, and specifically reading horror. And if that is the case, this will be a great beginner book for them. I'm already trying to sway my nieces into the realm of horror, but unfortunately they don't get exposed to it a lot because my sister and my brother-in-law hate horror movies, which, breaks my heart, but that's okay. I guess I can forgive them. I know it's not for everyone. Speaking of horror movies, though, can we just talk about Longlegs again? Like, I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk about Longlegs, okay? I know y'all are tired of me talking about it, but I am so obsessed with this movie. I keep thinking about it. I keep watching YouTubes that are like exploring the in-depth whatever about it, and I really want to go see it again. I want to go see it again so bad, and I want my partner to go see it with me because I just feel like he's missing out on life for the simple fact that he has not seen this movie with me. It will definitely be a DVD purchase, Blu-ray purchase, whatever, because I am hoping that there is a shit ton of bonus content and interviews and all sorts of like deleted scenes that I get to watch through. Yes, I have a problem. We all know. But if you haven't seen this movie yet, I encourage you to go see it. It's definitely not a horror film that's going to be for everyone. In fact, it seems pretty divisive. A lot of people either love it or absolutely hate it and are like, why is this scary? I feel like the people who do not understand why it is scary miss the point of it. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that they're like not intelligent or anything like that. I'm not trying to be an asshole. They just miss the point. You know what I mean? And it's not really a point. It's not really a point that you can make someone get or explain to them later. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I sound so crazy right now. And I am. And I just dropped stuff. And I just dropped stuff again. I know I'm crazy. And it's fine. I've accepted this part of myself. But yeah, if you like psychological horror, if you like supernatural horror, if you like Nicolas Cage at all, I mean, give the man some credit. I have never seen him this unhinged. And he did wonderful with it. But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's all I got for today. Tomorrow I will have a new book. And, I might just stick with my demonology book because I do need to burn through that a little bit quicker. But I do need to pick out another fiction read too. I'm probably going to use my TBR cup. So hopefully I remember to film that for you guys later so you actually see the cup that I keep describing. Love y'all. Bye. Good morning. We're gonna see. This is so bad. Ow. Hold on. We're gonna see if I can have my mic just like it's supposed to be and y'all can still hear me. Deal. So this morning I did a bad thing. I don't remember if I told y'all this or not, but they opened a Starbucks location literally 2 seconds from my house. So that's not good. But I haven't been to Starbucks in a while, and I really wanted a sweet treat, and I didn't have time to make coffee at home this morning, so I just ran through real quick. Gotta make sure I don't make that a habit again. Yesterday, as you know, I finished Slender Man by Anonymous, and so I had to choose a new category from my TBR cup, and I actually filmed it this time, so you're welcome. Isn't it cute? And I ended up choosing manga. Now, normally I would, read The Girl from the Other Side or Beastars or something like that, but I want to read something that counts towards my 10 book goal so that I can purchase another book. I think I already know which book I want to purchase, but just on the off chance that I change my mind, I'm going to keep that to myself for right now. So I ended up choosing Junji Ito's Gyo? How do you say this, guys? How do you say this? Gyo? It looks like Gyo. And it's not the biggest book that he's made by any means, but it is larger than most of my manga, so this is going to count as one. Look at my bookmark. You guys have to look at my bookmark. Look at that shit. And it has the tassel. I just can't. I originally bought this bookmark from an Etsy store. I originally bought it because I was gearing up to read Jaws like last summer or the summer before that, or I don't remember when. But it ended up coming super late, and at the time I had already finished up Jaws. I don't know why I didn't just wait. The reading experience of Jaws was not pleasant. There was like only a tiny bit of that book that was awesome, and the rest of it was just human drama, which was stupid. The movie is better. But I have already started this book. I'm only like one small chapter in. The artwork is demented. We love that. I do have Uzumaki, again, might be butchering that, and Tomoe. Is that how you say it, or is it Tomi? Tomie. Tell me how to say it. But I do have those other two by Junji Ito. I think I have a third one by Junji Ito, but those are the main three that I want to get through in a relatively decent amount of time. So I am going to be reading this some today. It occurred to me that I have not really been filming any of my actual reading time. So this reading vlog might be mostly just me talking. And I'm so sorry, guys. I know that gets old, but it is what it is. So I have that book that I'm going to try to knock out today, tomorrow, however long it takes. I do plan on reading some of my demonology book today and annotating some more. Sorry for the sniffling. I'm just a big ball of snot, apparently. What else? That's really all I got today. That's really all I got going on right now. I'm going to dive into work. It is super early in the morning, so I'm going to get work done. And then if and when I get time to take a break, I will dive into this. So yeah. Hope y'all are having a good Friday. Although y'all probably won't be watching this on a Friday. did I just read? I don't know how to feel, but I'm not happy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm a woman, leave me alone. So that book, Gyo, I'm hoping that's how you say it. It started off on point. It started off terrifying, nightmare fuel. And then it took a hard left turn into gross out land. And I don't like it when books and stories do that. I don't like it when movies do that. You know what I mean? Like, you had a strong, terrifying concept, but then you just kept adding bullshit to it to make it as gross, needlessly gross, as possible. These are just my opinions. I am by no means a literary critic. Okay, this is just my opinion. I gave it like a 2.5 star. 2 stars. And I do my star ratings just based off of enjoyability for me personally. This is just a personal opinion. Take it or leave it. If you loved it, good for you. The artwork is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong on that front. The artwork is chef's kiss, beautiful. I just feel like there was a lot of I feel like it started out one type of way, and then it turned into essentially a like splatterpunk type plot. And I might have that wrong, but that's just how it felt. And I don't like splatterpunk. That's not my cup of tea. If it's your cup of tea, good for you. But it's just really not my thing. So this does not necessarily bode well for the other 2 or 3 Junji Ito books that I own. However, I have heard other booktubers talk about his works, and they have all pretty much said that this particular book, Gyo, and again, I might be butchering that, I'm so sorry, is not really up there with the best. So, I've heard wonderful things about Uzumaki. I've heard wonderful things about Tomoe. You know what I'm talking about. I am going to still give them a try eventually, but I'm going to need a little bit of a breather after that one. But I am still counting it towards my goal. I'm counting it towards my goal because it was kind of hard to get through. Not a sluggish read by any means. The pace is fast and on point. And again, the artwork is divine. But the plot and some of the grotesqueness, like, in my opinion, it was unnecessary. It became unnecessarily convoluted, and it became kind of a situation where I felt like Junji Ito was just trying to gross the reader out instead of like deeply scaring you, if that makes sense. Like, I know everybody has their own opinions about different types of horror and things like that, but in my opinion, splatterpunk is kind of like torture porn, in my opinion, and I just don't jive with that. I don't vibe with it. It's not my thing. It is what it is, what have you. But yeah, 2.5 star maximum on that one. We'll see how I feel about the other ones. But for the rest of the day, I am just going to be working. And if I get any more extra downtime, I'm going to be annotating my demonology book. And I have snacks now. Popped out and got some snacks. So that's where we're at. Good way to end a week, I feel. Check in with y'all later. Okay, we're going to see how this picks up because I'm getting really tired of having to hold it in front of my face unless I have to be like super, super quiet. It's Monday. This is the last week of July, so I'm probably going to end the vlog today. I just started, where is it? The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. First off, look at this cover. Is it in focus? Let me see. Look at this cover. Look at it. It's beautiful. The Hunger of the Gods is even more beautiful. And The Fury of the Gods, which comes out this October, is even more beautiful. So they just get progressively more beautiful. And I'm hoping this is picking up my voice. So obviously I'm just at the very, very beginning. Look at that. Just barely like, what, 20 pages in? Yeah. Nah. But I'm only 2 chapters in, very short chapters, so I'm hoping the whole book is like that. Short chapters are my best friend. Other than that, I don't really have anything going on. The weekend was pretty good. My little toot, which is what I call Vincent, my son, he did good this weekend. We babysat my nieces, and my stepdaughter got to play with them. We all played this new game called Hues and Cues. It's so much harder than it looks, guys. It's the color game. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But anyway, overall, good weekend. Got to see some Halloween stuff out and about, Code Orange, at all the main places, Michael's, Home Goods, all the things, right? So right now, I am using my Canon Ivy printer to print off this little sticker. There you go. That's the cover of Shadow of the Gods, and I'm going to update my reading journal real quick. I don't have like a super fancy decorated reading journal, so I probably won't show you guys what it looks like, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. This Friday starts my mini vacation. I'm taking Friday and next Monday off, and me and my partner and the kiddos are gonna go down to Galveston with my family for one night, and we're treating my mom to a private penguin experience. So she gets to interact with the penguin. My mom is obsessed with penguins. So there's that. But anyway, I am gonna get to work, and when I have downtime, I will read. And that is it. I will update you guys later whenever I end the vlog. But yeah, this particular vlog has been crazy, and I haven't really done much B-roll, so I'm sorry if it's just me talking a lot. Like, I am so sorry. But I hope you guys enjoy it. My next vlog will pick up with footage from the vacation, hopefully, so that'll be fun. But anyway, I will see y'all soon. Okay, it is a little bit later in the day. I did have some time to sit and read, which is wonderful. I'm almost 100 pages in. I'm like sitting at 97. So far we have been introduced to our 3 main characters. We have Orca, who might just be my favorite, at least for right now. We have Elvar, who we also love, and we have Varg, who we also love. Like, we love all 3 of them. Varg is a little mysterious still. All of them are to an extent. Like, they all have histories that I am curious to investigate more of. Really enjoying the world building. Really enjoying the characters. This probably is my first fantasy read that has no romance involved, and I'm a little nervous about it. I'm wondering if it can actually keep my attention throughout the next 500-ish pages. Or I guess 400-ish pages, since I'm almost 100 in. Definitely enjoying the Nordic vibe and some of the like folklore and mythos kind of being hinted at, but also like a unique take on it. I don't really know what else to describe. I'm enjoying the creatures involved, although we've only really met 2 of them. Well, no, 3 of them. It's just a good time so far. So I'm hoping that I enjoy the entire read. If I get any more downtime today, I'll probably continue to read. But I also need to get started editing this vlog, which brings me to my next order of business. I need to end this vlog. And I honestly cannot remember what all I have covered. So, with that being said, let us do a quick recap on what all I have read during this vlog. I think I actually finished This Is Vegan Propaganda in the last vlog, but I might be wrong about that. Come to think of it, I have been filming for so long, you guys. I get my days and weeks and months just mixed up, and it feels like everything goes by in a blur. So, but there's that. That was a good one. Gave it 5 stars. I DNF'd Crooked Kingdom. I technically DNF'd Dark Prince by Christine Feehan, but I have read it several times before, so I don't really count it as a DNF. More so, I picked it up for comfort reading and got kind of bored with it, so I just gave up. I know how it ends, so I don't really count it as a DNF, but anyway. I read A Black and Endless Sky by Matthew Lyons for Summerween. It was the only book I was able to read for Summerween, and I feel so shitty because I meant to do an entire Summerween mini vlog, and I didn't do it. That whole week of Summerween, I was so busy with work, and Vincent was not having a good time, and it was just a mess. So there's that. I gave A Black and Endless Sky 3 out of 5 stars. And it's one of those books that I think I will ultimately hold on to. It's one of those books that I'm not entirely sure if I will reread it or not, because there are parts of this book that are an easy 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? Easy 5 stars. The writing itself is beautiful. But there's parts of this book, mainly to do with the plot itself, that I would say are a 1 or 2 star, because it was so aggravating and irritating, and I felt like there were giant portions of the plot that were just absolutely unnecessary. But that's just my opinion. So I just met it in the middle, 3 out of 5 stars. I am currently reading Demons, The Devil, Possession, and Exorcism by Anthony Findlay, I think is his name. It is a nonfiction book, technically. It's about demonology and things like that from somewhat of a religious standpoint. So it's interesting so far. I take it with a grain of salt, though. But I have not finished it yet, so I can't give you a proper rating. I read The House of 100 Whispers by Graham Masterton, you know. I gave that book a 2 out of 5 stars. I did not like it. It was not necessarily boring. I didn't like it. I didn't like any of the characters. The random essay scene that was a little too graphic, in my opinion. I just didn't like it. I also read A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I gave that a 3.5. It was a solid Hades and Persephone retelling. I feel like the first book does wrap up nicely at the end, so I don't feel the need or desire to continue on with that series. I'm just gonna let it slide. And I'm probably not gonna reread that book again. That's just my opinion. It was good though, like it was entertaining. There were parts that were funny, but as far as Hades and Persephone retellings, I'm kind of getting bored with it. And I'm so in love with Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith that I'm just going to stick with that. I'm just going to go with that and kind of tune out all the other ones. I also read Slender Man by Anonymous. I gave that book 3 out of 5 stars as well. I had a lot of middle of the road books this month and a lot of books that I gave fewer stars to because they just really weren't my thing this month. I also read Gyo by Junji Ito. Gave it a 2.5 stars. Artwork phenomenal. The storyline and the plot just was so overly convoluted and ridiculous. I didn't really enjoy it very much, and it was just so ick. So ick. Maybe Junji Ito's not for me, but the artwork is still horrifically beautiful. as you all know, I am currently working on The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. So that was it. That was the entirety of July in a reading recap. I did purchase one book this month. I didn't show you guys in a haul because it was just one book. So I'll probably hold on to that book and keep it somewhat of a little secret, although I did post it on Instagram, so I guess it's not really a secret. And we'll do a larger haul later on in the year when I actually have more than just one purchase. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I am so sorry that 95% of it is just me blabbing about books. If you made it this far in the video, give me a little ghosty emoji or a jack-o'-lantern and let me know what you guys are reading out there in the world. And I'll see y'all next month for August. Bye!